Okay, well, looks like we got everything settled with the scoreboard, so we're ready to rock and roll with that. But it is 6-0 right now here at Lions Field. Once again, I want to welcome everybody to the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, our first broadcast of Lockhart Lion baseball for the year. Lockhart Lions do have the Lockhart Lions varsity baseball tournament taking place here at Lions Field. They have no games for tomorrow, and I will be at Westwood to broadcast the Lady Lions softball game. They got 2 games tomorrow. They're in the Westwood tournament. So I'll be out there with the ladies broadcasting their game. As the Lions do not have a game on Friday, but we will be back here on Saturday for 2 games for the Lockhart Lions. On Saturday, they have a 4:30 game versus Crockett. And to close the tournament off, a 7 p.m. game versus the Del Valle Cardinals right here at Lions Field. And we'll be here to broadcast both of those games on Saturday afternoon, excuse me. Like new pitcher on the mound for the Mustangs is going to be number 4, Cash Jeffries. And once again, the leadoff batter for the Lions, Luis Flores, will be at the plate. 1 out. And the Lions have batted around. Lead 6-0. Giovanni Vasquez at first base. R.J. Torres at third. I don't expect Vasquez to be there at first too long. And a bouncer right back to the pitcher over to first base, and that's going to be the second out. It'll be a 1-3 put out for out number 2. Vasquez does advance to second base. And that'll bring up Ethan Mendez back up to the plate. He doubled to left field. And that's going to be high for ball 1. Once again, 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. And that's going to be ball 2 as that one scoots past the catcher. Two 0 pitch on the way. That's going to be high and outside for ball 3. So 3-0 pitch on the way. That's going to be high for ball 4, and that's going to load the bases for the Lockhart Lions. R.J. Torres at third base. Giovanni Vasquez at second. Ethan Mendez at first, and that'll bring up Nick Ojeda up to the plate. That one's going to be low for ball 1. It's going to be low for ball two. 2-1 to count. That's going to be high for ball three. Yeah, that's going to get past the catcher for ball four, and everybody's going to advance. R.J. Torres will score from third. Vasquez will go to third. Mendez will go to second, and Ojeda will go to first on the walk. And that'll bring up Evan Schulke. First time up to the plate, hit a 3-run shot over the left field wall. And here it comes back up to the plate. Bases loaded. Seven to nothing so far. Here in the top half of the first. Pickoff attempt to second. And Mendez is going to get back safely. That one's going to be high and outside for ball two. In the dirt. Count's going to be 2-0, excuse me. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded. Still in the top of the first inning. Lions with a 7-0 lead. Taking on that one for strike one. 2-1 count. Solid base hit. A home run from Evan Schulke, his first time up at the plate. 3-run shot over the left field wall. One pitch on the way. That's going to be high and outside for ball three. So 3-1 count. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Lockhart's the visiting team for game number 2. That's going to be outside and no chance for Evan Schulke, as he'll be walked. And another run will come in. That'll be Giovanni Vasquez coming in for the 8th run of the inning. As the Lions have an 8-0 lead, that'll bring up Jacob Wisner up to the plate. He walked his first time up at the plate. Bases loaded. Mendez at third. Ojeda at second. And Schulke at first. Big swing and a miss for strike one. Wisner does have the power to put it over the fence. Just looking for another big base hit to put some more runs on the board for the Lockhart Lions. That one's going to be a chopper down the left field side. That's going to be just foul for strike two. So 0-2 count. Pitch is on the way. A swing and a miss in the dirt. And all the catcher has to do is touch home, and that's going to be it. Wisnant will strike out to end the inning. But now before the Lockhart Lions are able to put up 8 runs on the board. Manor Mustangs will be coming up to bat, but we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Kent Riddle Properties is the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast for the 2022 to 2023 season and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale, or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036.
And we are back right here with the Lions Pride Sports broadcast as the Lockhart Lions will take the field after putting up 8 in the top half of the first inning. Let's take you around the horn with the Lockhart Lions. At first base, it's going to be at home plate, it's going to be Evan Schulke. At first base, it's going to be Ethan Mendez. At second base, Louis Flores. At third base, Santi Guerra. At shortstop, Nick Ojeda. In left field, Gage Deutsch. Center field, Jacob Wisnant. And in right field, Giovanni Vasquez. And on the mound for the Lockhart Lions is going to be number 21, Hunter Dunn. He'll get his first action of the season on the mound for the Lockhart Lions. Once again, I want to thank everybody tuning in and watching today's broadcast of Lockhart Lion Baseball. The throw down to second is a strike from Evan Schulke. And we're going to get things started as the Manor Mustangs will be coming up to bat for the first time. Leading off for the Mustangs, it's going to be number 16, the first baseman, Zach Brow. He'll be followed up by the catcher, Andrew Hoyle, number 8. As you see, Evan Schulke and Hunter Dunn at the pitcher's mound. Talking about the pitch selection. So let's get started with the bottom half of the first inning. And the first pitch from Hunter Dunn is going to be low and outside for ball 1. That's going to be low for ball 2. Hunter does have an excellent fastball and a changeup to go with it. And probably one of the quickest moves to first base for a pickoff. That's going to catch that inside corner for strike 1. 2-1 the count. Yeah, it's going to be strike 2. So after starting off 2-0, Hunter Dunn throws 2 straight strikes. Even up the count. And try to get the batter chasing after that one. That's going to get past Evan Schulke for ball 3. That's going to bring up a full count. Yeah, that's going to be ball 4. And that'll put the leadoff batter on the base pads. And once again, that's going to bring up the catcher, number 8, Andrew Hoyle. First pitch going to be outside for ball one. Swing and a miss for strike one. Yeah, it's going to be outside for ball two. That's going to catch that inside corner for strike two. 2-2 to count. Swing and a miss for strike three. And that'll be a K for Hunter Dunn. That'll bring up number 10 up to the plate, Basil Jackson. Strike one is a call. Jackson looking at the first pitch. Mustang base runner on the base pad. That's Zach Brown, the leadoff batter, who walked. That one's going to be low in the dirt. Nice job by Schulke to keep that one in front of him. I'll give a shout out to those who are watching. Diana Castilleja, Kathy Stanley, one of the faithful watchers of Lockhart Line Baseball, the superintendent, Mr. Estrada, Deborah Honeycutt, Eric Lugo, Lou Pena Perales, Hector Rodriguez Jr. And that's going to be strike three. So that'll be 2 straight strikeouts in a row for Hunter Dunn. And, of course, one of our broadcast crew members for Lockhart Line Football, Thomas T.D. Dunn. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. That's going to be strike one. And number 25, David Chavez, will get a piece of that one for strike two. Once again, Lockhart, the visiting team for today's matchup. And that's going to be right down the middle for strike three. So after walking the first batter, Hunter Dunn comes right back and throws 3 straight strikeouts to end the bottom of the first inning. So after 1 inning of play, it is the Lockhart Lions 8, the Manor Mustangs 0. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Hi, I'm Richard Mendez with A1 Bail Bonds. If you find yourself in a jam, we're your plan. We'll put your feet back on the street. A1 Bail Bonds. Go Lions.
Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices, whether it's commercial or residential. Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
And we are back for the start of the second inning here at Lions Field, with the Lockhart Lions leading by a score of 8-0. Had a fantastic first inning here. First 6 batters came up to the plate, scored for the Lockhart Lions, and the big story of the first inning was a 3-run home run to left field by Evan Schulke in his first at-bat. First home run of the season for Evan Schulke. Had no trouble getting over the left field wall. That home run brought in Ethan Mendez, Nick Ojeda, and of course, Evan Schulke himself. The Lions coming up to bat. We'll have Gage Doy stepping up to the plate. He doubled his first time at the bat and scored the 6th run of the inning back in the first for the Lockhart Lions. In the on-deck circle will be Santi Guerra, followed up by the designated hitter, R.J. Torres. And still on the mound for the Mustangs is number 4, Cash Jeffries. As you see Gage Deutz walking up to the plate as we get set to start the top half of the second inning. So Deutz steps up to the plate, ready for the first pitch from Jeffries. Swinging a drive towards center field. That's going to be up, and the center fielder will run up underneath it and make the out. That'll be out number 1, and that'll bring up Santi Guerra, the third baseman for the Lions. And that's going to go over Santi's head for ball 1. Do want to give a big shout out to our main sponsor, Kent Riddle of Kent Riddle Properties. As well as his contribution to the Kent Riddle Property scoreboard. You see it right there at the bottom middle of the screen. Thanks to Kent Riddle Properties, you're able to follow along the baseball game with us, catch every run, hit, strike, and out. All courtesy of Kent Riddle and Kent Riddle Properties. That's going to be outside for ball 3. And get us first trip up to the plate. Grounded out to the third baseman. And that's going to be in the dirt for ball 4, and that'll put Guerra at first. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, R.J. Torres, who walked his first bat appearance. Later on scored on a ball 4. On a walk himself. So Guerra's at first base. Torres at the plate. High curveball, not breaking enough for ball 1. And the on-deck circles Giovanni Vasquez. That's going to be outside for ball 2. 2-0 to count. 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. Gage Doyce led the inning off with a fly out to center field. Santiago Guerra walked to first, and we are right now 2-0 to Torres and make that 3-0. I'm pretty sure with an 8-0 lead, Torres has the green light to swing away, the senior for the Lockhart Lions. And that's going to be ball 4. That'll put 2 base runners on the base pads. Guerra at second, Torres at first. And of course, R.J. Torres is a feel-good story for the Lockhart Lions. Missed all of last year due to injury and an accident that occurred a couple of years ago. He is finally healed up and ready to play some more baseball. And it's good to see R.J. Torres out there on the baseball diamond. I know as a senior, this is one of the big things that he wanted to do was come back and finish his baseball career at Lockhart on the baseball field. Young man worked tirelessly, dedicated himself to get to 100%. And it shows the hard work and dedication that he had. He's out there on the baseball diamond right now. So good to see him out there on the field. Gio Vasquez at the plate. That's going to be outside for ball 2. So 2-0 count. A throw over to second. And pick off attempt, no good. Or not in time, put it that way. That one's going to get over the catcher's head. And fortunately enough for Manor, that bounced right back to the catcher, so the runners weren't able to advance. That's going to bring up 3-0 to Giovanni Vasquez. As we got Luis Flores, the leadoff batter in the on-deck circle for the Lions. And that one's just going to miss for ball 4. And that'll load the bases up for the Lockhart Lions. Guerra will move over to third. Torres to second. And Vasquez will go to first on 3 straight walks for the Manor Mustang pitcher. And that'll bring up Luis Flores, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Grounded out to the pitcher back in the top half of the first inning in his second plate appearance. The infield is on the grass for the Mustangs, and that's going to be high for ball 1. Lockhart with a big opportunity to put up some more points here in the top half of the second inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Two-0 pitch on the way. That's going to be outside in the dirt. Gets past the catcher. Runners will not advance. And 3-0 count. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to have the green light who comes up with the 3-0 count. As Flores steps back into the batter's box. That's going to be high and outside for ball 4. And that'll tack on another run for the Lions. As Guerra will come in from third. Torres will advance to third base. Vasquez to second. And on the 4th walk in a row for the Manor Mustang pitcher, Flores will head over to first base, and that'll bring up number 16, Ethan Mendez, who doubled to left field in his first plate appearance and then walked his second time up. Also, Ethan scored on the 3-run shot by Evan Schulke. And Mendez wanted that one. Held back off of it, and that's going to be good for strike 1. 9-0 the score so far here at the top half of the second inning. 1 out. And that one's going to be popped up to center field. Center fielder's coming up for it. He'll make the catch. A tag up at third base. The throw home. Runners will advance, not in time. And Torres will score easily. Vasquez will advance to third base. Flores to second. Second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Nick Ojeda up to the plate. Ojeda has yet to get an official at-bat. He has walked twice with 1 run scored. And he'll look at the first pitch high for ball 1. It's going to be low and outside for ball 2. That'll get past the catcher, but not far enough. We got a comment from Mr. Strada, superintendent. So happy for RJ. I've seen him working since he was in first grade. So glad he's bounced back from the accident. Couldn't said it any better, Mr. Strada. After what he went through to be back here on the diamond, you know it took a lot of hard work for RJ Torres, and so proud of that young man to be able to come back and finish off his senior season here at Lockhart High School. That's going to be a 3-0 count to Nick Ojeda. Runners on third and second. Vasquez at third, Flores at second. And that'll put Ojeda at first base with a walk. That'll load the bases up one more time for Evan Schulke, who's 1 for 0 today. Or 1 for 1, excuse me. 1 for 1 with a 3-run home run and a walk back in the top half of the first inning. He was at the plate last time with bases loaded, and they ended up walking him. Here is back up again with the chance to break this one up even more. And he'll look at the first pitch, high and outside for ball 1. Last year, Lockhart went the whole season without a home run until the second game of the playoffs against Pflugerville Weiss when Jacob Contreras went yard in game 2 of the playoffs here at Lions Field, right over right center field wall. This time it only took 2 games for Lockhart to put one over the fence, as Evan Schulke did that back in the top half of the first inning. That's going to be high for ball 3. 3-0 count. Jacob Wisnut in the on-deck circle. That's going to be outside for ball 4. And that'll tack on another run for the Lions, as Giovanni Vasquez will come in from third base. Flores will move over to third. Ojeda to second. And second walk in a row for Evan Schulke will get him to first base. And that'll bring up, once again, Jacob Wisnan, who's 0 for 1 this afternoon with a strikeout and a walk and 1 run scored. A big shout out to Cynthia Ellis. Says, awesome job, Lockhart High School. Go Lions. As Wisnut will look at a 1-0 count. Again, 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Lions have put 3 up on the board so far. 8 in the first. 3 here in the top of the second. Lou Peña Perales, she says, great job, Lockhart. And once again, I want to thank everybody tuning in and watching Lockhart Lion Baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And that one's just going to miss on the outside for ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike one. A big swing and a miss for Jacob Wisnett. Looking to drive this one. And that's going to be ball four. And the count a little bit off. And that'll add another run as Flores will come in to score. Ojeda will move to third. Shoki to second. And Wisnett will go to first base. His second walk of the afternoon. And it looks like we might have a pitching change. And the Lockhart Lions will be batting around again here in the top half of the second inning. As we have the center fielder. Looks like Gabe Pettis, number 18, will be coming to take the mound. And while he takes his warm-up pitches, we'll take a quick timeout as well also, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to KreitzMarket.com. That's www.KreitzMarket.com.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating we service commercial and residential HVAC system as well as refrigeration, ice machines and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
And welcome back to the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. While the new pitcher, Gabe Pettis, is up on the mound, we're getting warmed up. Go around and give some thanks to the sponsors that we have for this year. We have Guadalajara Mexican Restaurant, A1 Bell Bonds, Adam & Sons AC and Heating, Kreitz Market, Changing Faces Barbershop, Shields AC and Heating, El Rey Crawfish and Oyster Bar. Great seafood over there. Great oysters, great, man. If you haven't been over there, go over there and get you something to eat. Just as Opal Texas Tavern, they got some great food there. Lions Guard, Central Texas Dispute and Resolution, Changing Faces Barbershop Academy, One Goes Fitness, The Lounge Sports Bar, Reina Drywall and Paint, Shimmer Me Tumblers, and Adrian Gutierrez Photography. Want to thank you all, and a big thank you to our main sponsor, Kent Riddle of Kent Riddle Properties. As we get back into action, Gage Deutsch will be stepping into the batter's box. He led the top half of this inning with a fly out to center field. And swing and a miss for strike one to start things off, as Gabe Pettis is on the mound for the Manor Mustangs. As Cash Jeffries heads out to center field. That one's going to be a short chopper to second. Gets past the second baseman. And we'll have one run that comes around to score on the error. Nick Ojeda will score. Bases will still remain loaded. Evan Schulke will move to third. Wisnett to second. And Gage Joyce to first. And that'll bring up number 14, Santi Guerra, up to the plate. And that'll make the score 13-0. Base is still loaded with 2 outs. A 1-0 count to Santi. And a nice drive to left field. That's going to be caught by the left fielder for the 3rd out. Nice job by the left fielder to jump up there and get it. So that's going to do it for the top half of the 2nd inning. Lockhart Lions put 5 more on the board and take the lead 13-0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Here at El Rey Crawfish and Oyster Bar, we are a family-owned restaurant. We specialize in the world-renowned New Orleans-style seafood. We serve a variety of fresh and flavorful seafood dishes such as fish, shrimp, crab, crawfish, octopus, and oysters. We also have indoor and outdoor dining. So come on out and enjoy your favorite drink and seafood dish at El Rey Crawfish and Oyster Bar, located at 1721 South Commerce Street in Lockhart, Texas. Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We are open 7 days a week. Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late on Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern's cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pal's, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
And we are back here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast as we get set for the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Once again, game number 2 of the Lockhart Lions Varsity Baseball Tournament. I want to give a big shout out to my madre, Connie Navarro, watching the broadcast, as well as a former Lockhart Lion head coach for the baseball team last year, Trey Honeycutt. Coach Honeycutt, head coach of the McCallum Knights this year. Took the Lockhart Lions to back-to-back playoff seasons. Did a fantastic job bringing the squad up from the bottom of the cellar to at least the top portion of the cellar for the what you call district for Lockhart Lion baseball. Of course, Lockhart and McCallum will have a date with each other at Westlake High School in the Austin Independent School District baseball tournament. I look forward to being out there and broadcasting that game and meeting up with Coach Honeycutt once again and his crew and having a fantastic ball game between McCallum and Lockhart. So congratulations to Coach Honeycutt on his new position. But right now, let's get back into action as the Manor Mustangs will be coming up to bat. As Gabe Pettis will step into onto the batter's box. And he'll look at strike 1. Hunter Dunn still on the mound for the Lockhart Lions. Walked the leadoff batter in the bottom half of the 1st inning before striking out the side. That one's going to be low for ball 1. Yeah, after walking the first batter, Hunter Dunn struck out the number 2, 3, and 4 hitter. Right now has a 1-1 count to Gabe Pettis. Swing and a miss for strike 2. One and 2 count. That's going to be inside for ball 2. In the on-deck circle for the Mustangs, going to be the third baseman, Omar Otero. That's going to be high for ball 4. That'll make the count full. 3-2 to count. And that one's just going to miss. And once again, that'll put the leadoff batter at first base. And once again, third baseman Omar Otero will be stepping into the batter's box. First pitch strike. That one just missing for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Hunter Dunn ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Otero. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's going to be Hunter Dunn's 4th strikeout of the afternoon. And that'll bring up number 12, Caden Sane, the right fielder. That'll be strike 1 to Sane. It's going to be a little chopper off the handle out to first base. Gabe Pettis will advance to second. And that one's going to be scooped up by the first baseman, Ethan Mendez. He'll attack first base to get Caden Sane out at first. And we're going to have a pinch runner coming into the game, courtesy runner, as number 5, Micah Banks will be coming in to run for Gabe Pettis. And that'll bring up Cash Jeffries up to the plate. So 2 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Runner goes. Throw down to third base. Not in time. As Banks will swipe third base. Ball was a little low. But great job by Evan Schulke to get it out there. And that'll be strike 1. 1-1 count. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. And right down the middle for strike 2. 1-2 to count. Courtesy runner Banks is at third base running for Gabe Pettis. 1-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be low and outside for ball 2. 2-2 to count. That's going to get past the catcher. And Banks will score easily. First run of the game for the Mustangs. And that'll make the count full. So Jeffries looking at a full count pitch. And that's going to be strike 3 on the inside corner. That'll be 3 outs as we head over to the top of the third inning. Lockhart Lions with the lead, 13-1. And we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Working hand in hand with the community to keep our Lions safe. This school year, Lockhart ISD is launching Lion Guard, a community watch program in which individuals can apply to volunteer and be a positive presence on the campuses for students while also monitoring and checking for any potential safety concerns. All Lion Guard volunteers must undergo a criminal background check and will participate in civilian response to active shooter events training and stop the bleed training. Anyone who is interested is welcome to apply. Go to the Lockhart ISD website and from the menu tab click on Parents and scroll down to hit the Volunteer in LISD. Join the Pride of Lockhart tab and sign up. The Central Texas Dispute Resolution Center takes a preventative approach to resolving conflict in our area. We seek to use training and community education to resolve conflict before it becomes a judicial or legal case. The Central Texas DRC does mediate cases ordered through the courts as well as those cases referred by an attorney and initiated by a party in conflict. The Central Texas DRC serves approximately 500,000 citizens in Hays, Comal, Guadalupe, and Caldwell counties. We are located at 300 CM Allen Parkway, Suite 400, San Marcos, Texas, or you can call us at 512-878-0382. If you're looking for drywall and paint work done, look no further than Reyna Drywall and Paint. Owner and operator Robert Reyna is MBE, EBE, and Hub certified. Whether it's commercial or residential, metal framing, suspended ceilings, doors and hardware, Reyna Drywall and Paint is the one to call. You can call Robert Reyna at 512-925-0634 or you can send an email to reynaconstruction@SBC Global.
And we are back for the start of the top half of the third inning. Once again, the Lockhart Lions with the lead, 13-1 over the Manor Mustangs here in game number 2 of the Lockhart Lions Varsity Baseball Tournament. Leading off for the Lions here in the top half of the third inning will be R.J. Torres. He has yet to register an at-bat as he has walked twice, but has scored twice as well. Now it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up after R.J. Torres as we see Tanner Castillo is in the on-deck circle for the Lions. So R.J. Torres steps into the batter's box for the third time today. Gabe Pettit is still on the mound for the Mustangs. And that'll be a first pitch strike. That one's going to be outside for ball one. One and one to count to Torres. A swing and a foul back behind the backstop for strike number 2. That one's going to be out of play. 1-2 to count. And the hole for the Lions will be the leadoff batter, Luis Flores, after Castillo comes up. That one's going to be off the fist into center field, and Torres will get a base hit. So the leadoff batter for the Lions gets on base. So Castillo will step up to the batter's box, his first time this afternoon. Nobody out. R.J. Torres getting a single to center field at first base. Throw it down to first. Not in time, as Torres going to be able to slide back underneath the non-tag. That one's going to be outside, gets past the catcher. Torres will stay at first base. So the count's going to be 1-0 to Castillo. Swinging a drive right back to center field. And Torres will get to second. Castillo will get a single. And that'll bring up Luis Flores up to the plate. Nobody out. So back-to-back singles to center field, and the Lions have 2 runners on the base pads to start the top half of the 3rd inning. Flores with the drive in the sky to left field. Left fielder's getting up underneath it, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up number 16, Ethan Mendez, up to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a double to left field. And 1 run. Flew out to center field his last time up at the plate. That one's going to be low and outside for ball 1. In the on-deck circle is number 13, Weston Phillips. He'll be batting for Nick Ojeda. That's going to be called strike 1. 1-1 count to Mendez. That's going to be behind Mendez for ball 2. One out here in the top half of the 3rd inning. 2 runners on the base pad. Torres at second. Castillo at first. Mendez at the plate. And pinch hitter Weston Phillips in the on-deck circle for the Lockhart Lions. It's going to be outside. Just slides right past the catcher. 3-1 to count. Like we got a new catcher in the game, number 12, Caden Zane, or Sane for the Mustangs. And that one's going to be popped up out of play for strike 2. That'll make the count full to Ethan Mendez. Three-two pitch on the way. That one's going to be driven down the right side out of play. So Mendez stays alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That one's going to be popped up in the infield. Infield fly rule will be in effect. And that's going to be caught by the second baseman for out number 2. And that'll bring up number 13, Weston Phillips, up to the plate. His first plate appearance here in game 2. And that'll put Evan Schulke in the on-deck circle for the Lions. The Lockhart Lions do have another game this afternoon. Unfortunately, due to a prior commitment, I will not be able to make it for the second game tonight here at Lions Stadium. So Weston Phillips will look at his first pitch. Outside for ball 1. Two outs here in the top of the third. And that one's going to catch that outside corner for strike 1. A swing and a chopper back to this backstop for strike 2. 1-2 to count. That one's going to be driven down the right side, but that's going out of play. The count will remain 1-2 strikes to Weston Phillips. That's going to be high for ball 2. Just missing. It'll be outside for ball 3. The count will be full to Weston. That one's going to be fouled back. Weston Phillips will stay alive at the plate. Full count once again. 2 outs here in the top half of the third inning. Lions do have 2 runners on the base pads. R.J. Torres at second, Tanner Castillo at first. Both of them got on base with back-to-back singles to center field. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's going to do it for the Lions here in the top half of the third inning. No score. Score still remains. Lockhart Lions 13, Manor Mustangs 1. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Changing Faces Barbershop has been serving the Lockhart and surrounding communities since 2009. Head barber and owner Lex Jennings and staff pride themselves on being a hip urban barbershop. For shaves, not only do we hit you with our Precessional Andis trimmers, we offer a close shave and edge up with a straight razor. If you're really wanting to be pampered, let us give you one of our famous hot towel shaves. For cuts, Changing Face barbers are all top of their class and are able to pull off any style, whether it's a mohawk, classic cut, fade, taper, or design. We pride ourselves on our talent, our drive, and want to give our clients the best experience available. For all styles, from the newest trends to old school cuts, our barbers here at Changing Faces have the skills to transform your look and feel. With over 10 years of combined experience, our barbers are on the cutting edge of the barber world. Come by one of our 2 locations, 2000 West San Antonio Street in Lockhart, Texas, and 900 Bug Lane, Suite 115 in San Marcos, Texas. Or go to our website at cfbarbershop.com.
And we're back. We got a new pitcher on the mound for the Lockhart Lions. Going to be Austin Rodriguez. And that one's going to be hit right back to the shortstop and right through the shortstop's leg. That'll be an error. As Aubrey Douglas gets on the base pads. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter for the Mustangs here in the bottom half of the third inning. Number 16, Zach Brow. And Rodriguez delivers the first pitch high for ball one. Second pitch will be high and inside for ball two. And that one's going to be low and outside for ball three. That's going to be in there for strike one. Hunter Dunn is done for the afternoon, or this game at least. Hunter faced 8 batters, struck out 5 of them. And that one's going to catch that outside corner. That'll make the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that'll be strike 3 for out number 1. And that'll bring up number 8, Andrew Hoyle, up to the plate. He struck out his first plate appearance. That's going to be high for ball 1. Nice job by Austin Rodriguez. Fell behind 3-0 in the count. Came back with 3 straight strikes to close out the at-bat. Swing and a miss for strike 1 for Hoyle. 1-1 the count. That one's going to catch the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 to count. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's 2 straight strikeouts in a row for Austin Rodriguez. That'll bring up number 10, Basil Jackson. His second plate appearance. He'll look at the first pitch for strike 1. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third inning. Runner goes, a throw down to second. Not in time. As Aubrey Douglas showed off some fantastic speed and gets himself a stolen base. That one's going to be a grounder towards first base. Mendez is going to scoop it up and step on first. And that's going to do it for the third inning. Lockhart Lions after 3, 13. Manor Mustangs 1. We're going to take a quick timeout and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
If you're looking for a custom-made tumbler for yourself or as a gift, from pro sports, college, high school and inspirational tumblers, here at Shimmer Me Tumblers we can create what you're looking for. We can create just about any design or style to give your tumbler a one-of-a-kind look. So, look no further than Shimmer Me Tumblers designed by Blanca and Emilio Juarez. You can find us on Facebook and on TikTok. Or you can email us at shimmermetumblers0@gmail.com.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
And we are back at Lions Field here for Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast as we get set for the start of the fourth inning. Lockhart Lions cruising with a 13-1 lead over the Manor Mustangs here in game number 2 of the Lockhart Lions varsity baseball tournament. Lockhart Lions will be back in action tonight at 7 p.m. versus St. Andrews. Unfortunately, Lions Pride Sports broadcast won't be able to be there as we have a prior arrangement that we have to be at tonight. So our apologies, but we will be back in action tomorrow night for Lady Lions softball at the Westwood tournament at 5 and 7 p.m. for both their games. And then we'll be back here Saturday for a 4:30 and 7 p.m. game right here at Lions Field as the Lockhart Lions will be taking on Crockett and closing out the tournament against the Del Valley Cardinals. But right now, let's start the top half of the fourth inning. Evan Schulke will be stepping up to the plate. He is 1 for 1 this afternoon with 2 walks and a 3-run home run back in the top half of the first inning. He'll step up to the plate facing Gabe, and he'll send a line drive down the third base side. That's going to get it past the third baseman. Schulke's going to round first on his way to second, and that's going to get past the third baseman, and Schulke will have a stand-up double to start the top half of the fourth inning. So that'll put Schulke at 2-2 on the afternoon, and that'll bring up Jacob Wisnett up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up. Looks like that's going to be Waylon Phillips in the on-deck circle. And he's going to be batting for Gage Deutsch, and that pitch is going to be low for ball 1. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. A swing and a drive in between third and short. Schulke's going to be held up at third base. Jacob Wisnett will get his first hit of the game, and he'll be at first base. So that'll put runners on the corner for the Lockhart Lions with Waylon Phillips stepping into the batter's box for the first time this afternoon. As Santi Guerra takes his spot in the on-deck circle.